Good evening. This is Peter Hamby with the latest news. CNN has cut ties with Megyn Kelly. Her former Fox host news, Megyn Kelly, has lost her job with NBC. Unfortunately, details of this are still speculated, but it is more than likely the reason for the Blackface comments she made last week. Details now. Okay! Now that we got that out of the way, I'm not a reporter. Okay, just shut up. Believe me, that's too hard of a job for me. So, Megyn Kelly has been fired from NBC. Now, keep in mind that earlier in the week, or last week as a matter of fact, she was talking about blackface. So, blackface is pretty much a white guy covered in all this black makeup, just smothered, and then only have like pink with inflamed lips or white eyes. And he's supposed to like a southerner. It's like, well, I was one of those people that were discriminated back in the day, but I know what it was like, and I should tell you something. It was not pretty. Now, yeah, there was a time where blackface was shown everywhere and in every place it could be. You know, times have changed. So what happened was that Megyn Kelly was on the NBC morning show today when she talked about, blackface and what it was like back in the day. And she's going like, well, we had no problem with it. We had no problem with blackface whatsoever. We thought it was, great humor. It never bothered anyone back in the day. Well, unfortunately, not much of the case. What happened after that, people are going like, hey, Megyn, that's far. That's too far. It was a little bit egregious, but was it really too far? What else happened was that we've known about Megyn Kelly. She was one of those people from Fox News. And, I'm going to take Fair and Cousin side of this one and, replay that tweet that he read that pretty much simplifies Megyn Kelly. You can take the girl out of Fox News, but you can't take Fox News out of the girl. That is pretty much the staple right there for Megyn Kelly. But here's the caveat about this. Was she fired because of the blackface or because her ratings were low? It does seem a little bit of a skepticism for it to be because of blackface, but at the same time, is it really blackface or is it really something worse? I'm going to wager on whichever, but no. I'm going to wager on the low ratings, but it's more likely that it's going to be because of the blackface comments. Tippy cow. Always good with coffee. Anyway. After the whole blackface outburst and people raging out about it, people offended by it, they're going like, Megyn, that was offensive. Megyn Kelly issued an apology saying that, she didn't mean to do this. She was recollecting on her past and was like, okay, we get it. But it was still not enough. NBC said, here's your pink slip. Now get out. Now there is rumor that she's getting a payment for her time at NBC. Now, we don't know the details about that, or we don't know the amount. More likely it's going to be in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions. But it was like, okay, you had your time here. She didn't last long, a little less than 2 years. And this was basically because Donald Trump was elected that NBC decided, oh, wait, why don't we have a conservative on our network so that way, we can keep balance. Didn't quite work out. Now, here's a big question. Should she have been fired? This is going to lead to a little bit of controversy on this one, but hear me out. This year, we've had people who are filmed in their racist moments. We've had tow truck drivers who were lashing out at Hispanics. We've had people mouthing off at Spanish-speaking people because they're speaking Spanish. We've had several white people calling police on black people for doing white people stuff. Well, doing everyday stuff like barbecuing, going to the store. I know I can still remember Barbecue Becky, Permit Patty, and more recently the Cornerstone Caroline. But there's a difference between acting racist and reflecting racist. Now, the reflecting racist is what Megyn Kelly was doing. She was reflecting on a past where she thought, it was humorous to her that she got to see the humors of blackface, in which not a lot of people actually understood or did. I mean, to be fair, I did laugh a little bit. I mean, you can understand a little bit of the comedy that goes on with this, but if you understand it, and you laugh at it, that's one thing. But let's not go too far. The blackface moments were racist. But should she have been fired for it? Considering that she was from the Fox News network, who have boasted about going after everyone, immigrants, African Americans, anyone who is not white or rich. That's basically Fox News right there in a nutshell. But I don't think she should have been fired for that. If she got fired for the low ratings, saying that your network, your show is not doing so well, it's not so hot. She could actually retool some of those things, but she should not have been fired for the whole racist recollection. You can reflect about racism and learn from it, and go like, oh, maybe I should not have done that. Maybe I should have done something else. Instead of, Megyn, goodbye. Megyn could go right back to Fox News. She could go back, get a contract with the new CEO over there, I believe. I know about what's going on with Fox News. However, should she have been fired? Should she have been let go for blackface? No. Her show sucks. She doesn't really respect a whole lot of people's feelings. But that's been her career all the time. But I don't think she should have been fired from NBC. To be fairly honest. I think they should have given Megyn Kelly another shot. But back to that tweet, she's a Fox News girl. And she'll remain a Fox News girl until her death. Or until she can't report anymore. But either way, the Kelly trails have trailed off.